The internet is full of the best and worst sides of humanity. And there's someone who sees it all, who will be one of the first people to give his take on something. This man is no mere mortal. He resides in his own realm, and the only ones who can enter freely are the rats and roaches he rules over. Millions online tune in daily to see who the Rat King's next victim will be. He's a streamer and YouTuber that will react to nearly anything with little to no filter. His words alone shatter companies and divides the haters from the chads. You may hate him or love him, but all know his name. Asmongold. We're aware Asmon is somewhat controversial to some, so before diving into the video, we recommend you go watch Why People Hate Asmongold and Why They're Wrong by Pata. Or for even more insight, watch Asmongold react to that video. Now that you surely went to check that out, or something similar, let's continue. Asmongold spawned into life on April 20th, 1990, in the land of Florida. His name wasn't Asmongold though, it was just Zach. We don't know how long he stayed there, but most of his life he spent in Texas, since Florida wasn't big enough for two streamers with a white shirt, brown eyes, long brown hair, facial hair, born in the 90s, who started out playing games and make videos on random topics daily.
Yes, I'm Extoso. And okay, do you know Asmongold?
He looks exactly like that other guy.
See, exactly. So when people ask me like, do you know Asmongold? I said, woo! So I thought like, they're not the same person.
Asmongold has been around on the internet for a long time, over multiple channels, so there's a lot to cover. But the origin of his career started on the channel Zach Rar, which was created on August 29th, 2008. The same day, he uploaded a video simply titled The Rat, which makes a perfect introduction to the Rat King, of course. But what he really became known for was his World of Warcraft videos, with his first ever WoW upload January 31st, 2009. It's titled Warrior Solos Hakar, and in magnificent 480p, we see the name Asmongold for the first time, while Where the Hood At blares in the background. Well, technically, his second upload about his mom reaching level 60 was kind of his first WoW video, and she actually did it in a pretty good amount of time. After that Hakar video, Zach continued to upload about soloing bosses in Warcraft. Eventually, this channel turned more into personal IRL uploads. He had also made another channel in 2013 called Asmongold, which he stopped posting on back in 2018. His last video was about how he had felt disappointed with the direction of WoW and how everyone was upset. However, this was not the end of Asmongold, since he still had his Zach Rar channel. And it's dead. This channel was seemingly abandoned after his last upload on August 11th, 2021. The video was about toxicity around the WoW and Blizzard community, mainly due to Blizzard being in some legal trouble with how their work environment is. So as the years progressed, Asmon started transitioning away from Warcraft content more and more. Leading up to today, he pretty much just posts on his new main channel called Asmongold TV and his secondary channel called Asmongold Clips. We want to just focus on his main channel for this video, so you can go sub to him there. He did his first video for Asmongold TV on December 10th, 2019, which was titled Asmongold is Back, and explains why he took a break.
So anyway, I want to talk a little bit about why I took a break. And
this takes place after he stopped posting in 2018 on his original Asmongold channel and essentially started over fresh. In that first video, you can even see that he only had 13 subscribers. This would be the real start of when Asmon would become a React streamer, while also playing Warcraft and other games at times. But he would be categorized as a React channel, which is where most of his controversy tends to come from. Not only has there always been people who dislike reaction channels because they come off as easy or stealing content, but when Asmongold reacts, he tends to give his unfiltered thoughts.
Finally. Holy Jesus.
People don't like that because they either think he's wrong, rude, or that he's right, and they don't want to accept it. We believe there's a large subset of people who are also jealous that a guy like Zach is as popular as he is, doing what he does, while others who are quote-unquote doing everything right see little success. Unfortunately, making it big on Twitch or YouTube is not as easy as it might seem. Trust us. The topics Asmon reacts to are either related to games, politics, funny clips, and random internet drama. As you might guess, the topics that usually get him the most hate are reactions to politics and sometimes drama. However, we think Zach's videos are usually pretty fairly calling out whatever things he thinks are good or bad, and of course, this is just his opinion. Plus, it ends up being quite entertaining. especially when he pulls up random chatters, and we often get to see humorously stupid arguments.
I understand a problem. Then why are you trying to invalidate it? I don't understand.
That get them banned sometimes. Then when he plays video games that have character creators, he always makes himself as a joke. Here are a few examples for you. He also did a game of D&D a while back that he called Dungeons and Degens. And we recommend you check it out if you're into that kind of stuff. Over the years of running Asmongold TV, Zach has gained 3.55 million subscribers, uploaded 5,725 videos, and 0 shorts, surprisingly enough. His top performing video is the true story of Asmongold, Wrath of the Lich King, with 8.8 million views and has accumulated over 3.7 billion total views. That's all just from his current channel, which isn't super old, so it is pretty impressive, especially the upload amount. Now how about we get some other people's thoughts on Asmon from the comments, shall we? Asmon is one of the few creators that I can watch the original video and still be interested in watching him react to the video afterwards. Asmon defending Gura and standing up to his chat was not something I expected today. Never played WoW, but I'm captivated with this guy's ability to tell a great story. I had no job, no girlfriend, lived with my mom, barely went to school. Greatest time of my life. The last one was just a quote to show Asmon's perspective on life since he lives quite differently from most people, even other streamers. It's also kind of funny. But we won't keep you waiting any longer because it's time for What Did They Score? This is where we look at 3 categories and rank them out of 5 stars to see how close to 15 total stars our creator of the video can get. The categories are editing, consistency, and online personality. For Zach's editing, we're pretty sure he has at least 2 people who edit for him, Daily Dose of Asmongold and Cat Danny. They seem to have started out as fan editors of their own channels and probably got hired by Asmon later on, but they're probably working around the clock for Asmon to upload as much as he does. Ultimately, the editing is usually pretty simple, but some videos have more flair when the editor voice kicks in and gives
context.
Overall, we think the editing score could sit at about 3 stars since for the most part, the editing consists of cuts, zooms, and clips. It isn't groundbreaking, but gets the job done. Asmon's editor boss, please don't make a video about us not giving you 5 stars. In terms of consistency, Asmon posts multiple times a day and streams nearly every day. So this is absolutely Asmon's strength of not having anything else to do besides make content. He might be the most active person on YouTube, or at least close to the top. There are, however, 2 things we have to dock him for. One is his video time is all over the place. At the time of writing this script, Asmon is on a family trip for a week, so his last video was 5.5 hours, which is uncommon. Then a 49-minute video, followed by a 25-minute video, and so on. Most videos seem to be around 20 to 40 minutes though, and this is also a good argument that as a reaction channel, he's in fact adding new content to whatever he's watching. The second thing to note is just the topics of his videos are somewhat random too, but this can be slightly ignored because he does daily news reactions while sticking to playing games. We think 4 stars is a fair rating for consistency, which is largely held up by how active he is. Lastly is online personality, and this is the most subjective category. But long story short, we think Zach could earn another 4 stars, if not 4.5 stars. If we include his chat as some extra personality, since they're always with him, then definitely 4.5 stars. The only reason we don't think he reaches 5 stars is simply due to the nature of his reactions causing people to not like him sometimes. And we do think even if that isn't a big deal, it is something to note. But we all know he's the most humble streamer, of course. That means Asmongold got a total of 11 out of 15 stars, if you don't count the chat, and 11.5 stars if you do. Leave your own scores if you don't agree with us, and we would love to see Asmongold react to this video. So please share it and subscribe to him while you're over there. Thank you for the support.